This is me again, Ruowen Huang. Anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about the misconception of soul. And why do I want to talk about it? It's actually very interesting. It starts from a post that I read last week, I believe roughly last week. It basically said this girl called herself witch and claimed that she can see fairy, and she tried to, express her knowledge of fairy, saying, well, fairy doesn't have soul. Fairy, when fairy die, it just become light and poof, gone, right? So for that time, when the first time I heard about this concept, I actually have a big laugh. Not like a big laugh, just because I too see fairy, and I know that's not the case, and I can guarantee you they have soul, right? But then it took me a week, believe it or not, it actually took me a week to really had this concept sink into me and realize what went wrong. Because I did realize I too had that kind of misconception of soul at my early stage of the psychic journey. So in many episodes ago, I would say almost like first 1 or 2 episodes ago, I talk about what is soul. And that particular episode, I talk about soul is like a conscious existence that is more like the light energy. If I can compare energy to, it would be more like a light energy, but not like given energy. I also say as we human is more like a walking light bulb. As our appearance, our outside, whatever you see, perceive, as a people, that is more like a shell of the light bulb, while soul is inside the light, like light source, right? So this is a moment I start to realize, for longest time, we have the misconception of soul, believing soul look like human. It look like human, and then you have soul. I'm here to clarify that. I thought I made myself clear now, but obviously not. Well, it actually took me a really long time to realize that too. Soul itself, the original of the soul, is actually got no form, no shape, no form. If you want me to use anything to describe it, really, I thought I'd give you guys a best example. It's simply like a light source in any light bulb. If you want to know what the soul look like, just look into the light bulb and look at that light. That's what the soul look like. How big is it? It can be very small. It can be very small. It can be this small. It can be smaller. It sometimes can be big. Why? As I say, as a soul continue progress, continue evolve themselves, their energy, their vibration can change, right? So for one soul who can really manipulate or work on their own energy, they can make their energy small, they can make their energy big. But for soul existence itself, it doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to look like human. It simply can be this big. But can it be bright? Yes, it can be very bright. It can be so bright, like you cannot even see it. Now you're gonna ask me, so what's the difference between the light in the light bulb and the soul in the soul? If they all look like a light existence, yes, there's a difference. I try my best to explain what's the difference. When you look at the light bulb light, it looks like light, but nothing else. If you don't continue to plug it in or give it light source, that's it. You know what I mean? When you look at soul, even though it's the same light, it might be the same brightness, same radiation, same size. The difference between this and that is with the conscious, with the existence that actually have a conscious, you can feel it's like, you can feel aliveness in there. You can feel it's like a jumping vibration, or I often describe the feeling as club soda, like a club soda movement of that. And then you were saying, well, I don't understand. How can small things like that seems to have so much memory, so much knowledge, so much power? The best way I can describe it is like USB. It's 8 gigabyte USB disk. It's so small, no bigger than me human, but it can store a lot of file, memory, film, whatever you put on it. Nowadays, the USB is even smaller than this, right? It can contain a lot of memory, lot of database, a lot of things. That's exactly what the capacity of the soul. Of course, you would say, but sometimes when we see soul, we can project a living thing, a body or something. Why is it so? This is also another thing. To me, long time to discover, but I realize, have you just imagine this? Soul, they are existent of light existent, conscious existent energy that is more similar to light. Now, the best way for me to describe why when you are encountering soul, you seem to see a being, whatever they are. They can be the higher spirit guide or something, and you're able to see, like God is talking to me, my family, the past member is talking to me, and why do you have this kind of image? Why do you feel it's the people talking to you? It's a very simple concept, not that difficult. Just imagine yourself watching projection. Projection, right? You start with a light, and then you have a filter here, and then you project, you see a very big picture. So what end up happening is, because it's a light energy, you at this point act like that screen or like that filter that project to see whatever you see. So usually who you are matter of what kind of image that you will see of this particular soul, because it would depends on your religions, it depends on your background, depends on your relationship with somebody else. So this same vibration will then call on that data and let you see what you wanted to see. So anyway, I hope I'm explaining that clear enough for you guys. So for a lot of time you see, ghosts. Why does ghosts have a form? That's because they are ghosts. That's because they are ghosts, really. The reason they have form, because they couldn't let go of their identity. They're still living in this dimension with who they were before they die. That's why they still have that form. So they could look like a human, they could look like an animal, they could look like a whatever. But as soon as they evolve to soul, they become the light source. When you become soul, remember I say, you then are not limited by space and time. Like this, you can travel between space and time. And then because now you are light source, you are a light source, you travel in light year, light speed. You know what I mean? That means you can go from this planet to that planet in a light year speed and really fast, almost instantly. That is also why. And then that is also why you will hear a lot of time people say, well, before they evolve to the next level, they see white light. They see white light. That also explains why it's white light, because when a lot of light together, you see white light. It's just light. That's the best way I can explain to you guys. You want to know the soul? Soul has no shape or form. Their nature of the soul, it looks like a light source, a lively light source. That's it, nothing else. No bigger than your palm. But can it lighten the whole house? Yes, it does have capacity to lighten the whole house. It depends on how evolved that soul work on themselves, I guess. It depends on how I work on myself really hard. I really, evolve myself, then I have more wattage for me to work on or, manipulate with. So anyway, so if you understand that, you will bring back to my very first topic of it. When this witch talk about witch, well, she called herself witch. I didn't call her witch. I just want to clarify that. When this witch say like the fairy doesn't have soul, they only have a light, and then they will go poof. Now here, I'm just want to clarify you. Whatever she see there, that light, that is soul. It's between you and me. We all have that. You roughly want to know where they sit. You want to know where they sit, somewhere around here. Let me see. Let me see if I can precisely grasp. It's somewhere around here. I would say about 1 inch in there, 1.5. 1.5 is good. So somewhere around there. That's where you usually generate. Okay? So anyway, just give you guys a little bit idea of what soul really is, the misconception of soul. The soul doesn't have a form. The soul doesn't walk around, wander around like a human shape. That is ghost. Ghosts contain that shape because when they cannot let go of that image. Once they can let go, they become light, part of light. The light is really weird. It doesn't matter how strong they are or how much they can radiate. That light is never make you feel so bright that you cannot open your eyes. It's more like a very warm, very comforting light. So the soul nature is got very comforting vibe to it. Got very nice radiation around it. So anyway, just hope that I can clear a little bit misconception of soul and give you guys a better idea. So when you see a light flash, you know, it may be somebody. If you really want to know who they are, because a lot of time people freak out, right? Who they are. And then you are like, oh, I see my grandma. Why? Understand, because you at this point become a projector. You are a projector, right? You will, based on the energy you receive, project to see what would be resonating with you. So you simply see what resonating with you and help you understand who they are. So how does take human shape or light shape? Well, it depends on how much the questions are asking. Sometimes when people are exercising, you know, soul leaving their body. So would that be a human shape or a light shape? It really depends on you. Most of the time when I see people, it will contain in a light shape. Few cases it will be human shape. Why? Most likely if we still maintaining human shape, this particular individual have a very strong bond to who they are and have a hard time of letting go. So anyway, for your reference, hope that helped. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowenhuang.com. Till then, I see you guys next time. Bye.